Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. My name is Rachel and I will be leading you through our online course today. We will be discussing data-based at-home education options through your library. And we will be discussing different databases that the Warren-Newport Public Library has available for our card holders to utilize from either in the building or from home. Now, if you have a card from another library, unfortunately, you will not be able to sign into these databases using the Warren-Newport Library website. However, please reach out to your local library because many libraries have either the exact same databases that we will be discussing, or they have different databases with similar functionality that can help you learn the same things. So we'll be discussing things tonight like LinkedIn, Mango Languages, Tutor.com, Gale's General One File, the Chicago Tribune database, Gale Courses, and more. So before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out and a thank you to our Friends of the Library group. The Friends of the Library for Warren-Newport are a wonderful organization that support all of our programming and all of our educational courses. So please, if you're interested, reach out to them from our website, which is WNPL.info. And again, as I said earlier, my name is Rachel and I'll be leading you through our program today. So if you have questions about this program or about any of the services that we offer here at Warren-Newport, you can reach out to me by email at rmurray@wnpl.info. You can also reach out to our Adult Services Desk at 847-244-5150 and press 4 to reach our desk directly. You can also email us at askus@wnpl.info. We also have a chat service, which is really wonderful on our website. You can just click the little chat symbol and it will connect you immediately with the librarian. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to describe to you where you're going to be able to locate these database resources on our website. To get started, you're going to go to WNPL.info, and at the top of the page, you're going to see our masthead. It says the library's name. Just below that, you're going to see several words with a drop-down arrow next to them. One of them will look just like what you have on your screen here, which says Discover. If you click the drop-down arrow, one of your choices immediately below that is going to be All Databases. Select All Databases to see everything that the library subscribes to. This will be databases that you need to use in the building and things that you can utilize from home. And it will actually describe to you what each database is in that list. So that's where you're going to get started. You're going to go to Discover and then All Databases. Now that list of databases will be in alphabetical order. So when we discuss each different product here, you will look through that list and you'll look under the letter G for Gale Resources and so on. So to start out with, I want to talk to you about Gale Resources. Gale Resources actually provides us with a database called Gale Courses, and that gives us access to online instructor-led 6-week-long courses that anybody from Warren-Newport can sign up for. Now these are full-fledged courses. Some of these are taken from different universities from around the country. Some are just from different professionals within the industry. And they are recorded courses, but you do have an instructor that you can communicate with. They start on a revolving schedule, like once a month, where you can start a new set of classes. And again, each class is going to be 6 weeks long. It's 24 hours total of instruction time. So that's 2 different days per week for about 2 hours per day for 4 hours per week that you will be getting online instruction. And the catalog of classes runs the gamut from things that younger people will want to use to things that anybody's going to want to use. So they offer classes about things like Microsoft Office products. So if you wanted to learn more about Excel, they have a basic Excel class that starts at the very beginning. And each week you're going to build on the skills that you learn until you feel more comfortable using Excel. If you have some experience using Excel and you want to try something a little more challenging, they actually have an intermediate and advanced Excel classes as well. And it doesn't matter what kind of or what version of Excel that you happen to use or what version of Office you're using, they actually offer classes on multiple different versions. So if you use 2013, you can take a class on using Office 2013. If you use Office 365, you can take a class on using Office 365. So this is a wonderful, wonderful service that really lets you get in depth with each of these topics, with each class, to learn as much about it as you'd like to. Now, you can take as many of these classes at a time as you want. I do recommend, though, that you don't take basic Excel and intermediate Excel at the same time. You want to give yourself a chance to build on different skills. But it's unlimited. You can take as many classes as you'd like from Gale Courses. And from Gale Courses, again, you can take Microsoft Office classes. They have classes on using different Adobe products and how you can actually get the most out of using things like Illustrator or Photoshop. You can take accounting courses, first aid courses. There's different career exploration, which will allow you to check out if you'd like to be a paralegal or a nurse or a CNA. They have grant writing classes, sign language classes, photography classes. They even have an SAT and ACT prep course for high school age kids. That is 2 separate courses. It's part 1 and part 2. Each one is 6 weeks long, 4 hours per week, and each are completely free. So I really do recommend that you take a look at Gale Courses. There's really something for everyone in this database, and it's really a fantastic resource. I've used it myself. I've had my own children use it, so I really do recommend it. Now, our next service is kind of similar to Gale Courses, and yet it's in a slightly different format. We have a service called LinkedIn Learning. It is associated with LinkedIn, which is the popular networking site for people who are in different careers or looking for different careers. But LinkedIn Learning provides you with access to short or long, depending on what you choose, video courses on different technology topics. Now, LinkedIn Learning used to be called lynda.com, so if you ever used lynda.com before, this is that product. They've just changed it a little bit for LinkedIn. But what it gives you is a set of courses that you can search by topic. And when you find a course that you're interested in, it may be something as short as like a 5 or 10 minute explanation of a particular skill, or it can be a series of classes that all come together that you can watch in a series that will build your skills. So again, they cover similar topics to what we find in Gale Courses, but they cover things like Excel formulas. You can learn about Excel functions. You can learn how to do pivot tables. They have classes on cloud computing, classes on programming. You can learn different computer languages through lynda.com. They also have different business skill classes that you can take as well. And when you go into their catalog of courses, same way we got into Gale Courses, you would go to our Discover tab and then go to All Databases and look for LinkedIn Learning. When you get into their catalog of courses, you're going to see that you have lots of different choices. You can also use the search bar at the top and look for a specific skill set or look for a particular topic. If you're trying to figure out how to embed a video into a PowerPoint presentation, you could do video PowerPoint, and it's going to exactly tell you how to do that in a particular segment. Now, the nice thing about LinkedIn Learning is not only are they providing you with the video that you're watching, they will provide you with exercise files. They're going to give you a transcript of what you're looking at, and it lets you take notes on that transcript, which is really kind of nice. So if there's something you want to highlight or remember, you can save that information and go back and review it later. Now, both LinkedIn Learning and Gale Courses, the previous database that we talked about, when you take a course or a section of courses through them, you get to save that you took that course. So both Gale Courses and LinkedIn Learning will actually issue a little certificate saying that you took these courses. Now, in Gale Courses, if you take a course and you have that certificate, you can print it out and turn it in for continuing education credits, if your organization allows that. For LinkedIn Learning, they'll actually let you post that information about the courses that you've taken on your LinkedIn account if you want to. So prospective employers will be able to see that you're taking these classes and that you've covered these materials live on your LinkedIn profile, which is really kind of nice. If you're in the market looking for another job and you want people to know that you're proactive and you're still learning different things all the time, this is a really nice way to do that. And it does it, if you just hit a little checkbox in your profile, it will show them all the different courses that you've taken during LinkedIn. So this again is accessible from our website. Both Gale courses and LinkedIn Learning, they do require a Warren-Newport library card. You're going to sign in with that library card, and then you can actually create a profile to save that information that you've gone over. So again, LinkedIn Learning, it's a little bit different. The courses are shorter in LinkedIn than they are in Gale courses. Every class in Gale courses is going to be a 6-week class. Some of the classes in LinkedIn are going to be a half an hour. Some of them will be 24 hours, depending on how much time you want to devote to that topic. But again, the nice thing about LinkedIn Learning is you can do it at any time. Gale courses does kind of have a start date and an end date. There's some flexibility about when you can take those courses. So there's really pluses and minuses to both, but both are super effective for continuing your education as you go on. Now, our next database really appeals to everyone, and they have a children's level and an adults level within this database. This is Mango Languages, and Mango Languages is very, very similar to the popular Rosetta Stone language series that you see lots of commercials for. It is an online language learning service. And what you do is you sign in with your library card. You can create an account if you want to track your progress, or once you sign in with your card, you can just use it as a guest to try to test it out and see if you like it. What's really, really nice about it is that it really does track what you're doing, and it lets you choose a language track depending on your comfort level with that language. So let's say you've taken some high school Spanish and you remember a lot of it, and you want to go back and brush up on your Spanish language skills. You can go into Mango Languages and start at the beginning, but if you want to fast forward, you can. You can go further on in the lessons and pick a different track in the lesson plan. But the great way that this works is Mango actually has you speak to the computer. So you are reading and listening to the language, but you're also speaking it back, and they're going to tell you if you're saying it properly or not. So if you're mispronouncing something, they're going to keep telling you, nope, you mispronounced it, try it again. And they're going to keep giving you an audible example that you can try to follow and try to mimic so that you get the pronunciation right. And again, they're going over conversational skills, they're going to go over vocabulary, and it's a really, really great way to really immerse yourself into those language skills. And they offer so many different languages. You can take Spanish, you can take French, German, Arabic, Mandarin, Japanese. They even have a course on learning how to speak pirate if you wanted to learn how to speak pirate. So there are all kinds of different courses in Mango Languages. I really do recommend that you take some time and look through it. They have a lot of great resources for people who need ESL education. Sign language actually is available through this service as well. So if you want to learn a new language or brush up on your language skills, I highly, highly recommend Mango Languages. Just like Gale Courses and LinkedIn Learning, this will be available under that Discover tab on our website. You're going to click the Mango Languages link, type in your card number, and then you will be able to start using it. The next service that we have really is geared toward high school age kids and younger. However, college age students and even adults can utilize this service as well. And there are a lot of good reasons why you might want to do that. Tutor.com is a homework help service, and it's available again from our website under that Discover tab in our all databases list. And Tutor will help your student or yourself work through homework issues together. Now, it offers some great, great services. Things like where if your child has written an essay or a paper and they need somebody to review it, there's a submission service where you can turn in your paper. They will get it back to you within a short period of time. They will review it and tell you things that you should probably change, where there are weak points within the essay or where there are weak points within the paper. They will also help your children with things like science and math problems. I know my children outstripped me in math a long time ago, so when it comes time to working on math problems, I'm not the person that can help them. However, Tutor.com has qualified instructors that will walk your student or yourself through a problem and help them find the solution. They're not just going to give them the answer, they're going to walk them through the process of getting to the answer. So it's not just, oh, here, the answer is 47. They're going to show you how you get to that answer as well. So it's a wonderful, wonderful service. It's available with personalized assistance from noon to midnight daily. There will be somebody live that can help them out. It is staffed by educators, and it really, really does help anybody who needs that assistance get that assistance, that tutoring style where they're going to help you find the answer and teach you how you got there. And again, because they offer that review service for essays and papers, adults can submit things there too. So if you need to write a letter to somebody or even a resume and you want to see, hey, did I do this right? You can submit it and somebody's going to go over it and look at it for you, which is a really, really great thing to have. And again, Tutor.com, it's available with the Warren-Newport Library card on our databases list. Now, the next resource that I want to talk to you about is something we've had for a long time, but it really is a great service, particularly in our area. We have the Chicago Tribune online database, and we have access to it through two different points. We have the regular Tribune database, which allows us to look for full text articles. It's going to be major articles. You aren't going to find things like little tiny death notices in most cases, or you'll find paid death notices, but not a lot of the other ones. Just the regular listings. You're not going to find things like classified ads or the ads that were in the paper, but you will find all of the full text main articles that were throughout the Chicago Tribune from day to day. And we have access to the regular database, which goes back, I believe, to 1986. And then we also have access to the Chicago Tribune Historical Archive, which goes back to facsimile copies of the newspaper through its inception in 1849. So it's really a great, great resource to be able to go back and see all of the different news that had gone on throughout our area and nationally and internationally over the last 150 years. So you can use both of these for searching for current events projects, any kind of event that had happened in the area you'd be able to go through, and you'll be able to go back and look at historical events as well. So you're going to see things like, if you want to find newspapers on the Great Chicago Fire, there are a ton of them. Newspapers from World War II, there are a ton of those. You can also find all kinds of things for a research paper, for just family histories. You can go back and find articles about things that happened during your family's time in this area. And the Tribune is considered the newspaper of record for the Chicagoland area and for most of Illinois. So this is a really great resource to be able to utilize. I do want to mention as well that we have access to the full facsimile copy of the daily Chicago Tribune, which is the entire paper, including the classifieds, including all of the ads, available through our Press Reader service. Press Reader is a web service that you can use, or there's also an app that you can download. And with your Warren-Newport Library card, you can see the daily Chicago Tribune for free. And again, it comes out each morning, the same time the regular newspaper does, and you'll be able to see and read the entire Chicago Tribune for free on a daily basis through Press Reader. And the nice part about it is it does pull up the entire paper. You're going to see every picture, every image, everything that's on the paper. So that is through Press Reader. That's actually a really easy service to use, but if you have questions about using Press Reader, definitely give us a call. We have some instructionalists here and we can walk you through that process. But again, that's 3 different services actually that you're going to access the Tribune through: the regular Tribune database, the Tribune Historical Archive, and then you can read the daily paper through Press Reader. All right, so some other resources that might be useful for teachers, students, or parents, or just anyone else. We have access to ebooks, e-audiobooks, and digital magazines through Libby. You may have heard of Libby before if you've used the library for a while. We've had Libby's service for quite some time now. Right now, because we are still kind of in the tail end of the pandemic, we are allowing up to 10 checkouts per time using the Libby app. We will probably go back to our regular level of lending with that, which is 5 checkouts at any one time, probably sometime this year. But Libby is fantastic because on the go, no matter where you are, anywhere in the world, anywhere in the country, you can check out, download, and read or listen to a book or a magazine. So Libby is a fantastic resource. You can download it to your phone, you can have it on your computer, and it allows you to have reading material no matter where you're at. Now, a similar resource to that is Hoopla. Hoopla, again, works with your Warren-Newport Library card. It is an app. You can also access it off of a computer. But Hoopla gives you instant access to ebooks, e-audiobooks, and movies. There's actually an extensive catalog of movies in Hoopla. That's a really fantastic way to get something to watch while you're on the road or just while you're at home and you're looking for something different to watch. But the way that Hoopla works, you get up to 10 checkouts at any one month right now using Hoopla. Again, our normal level is 5 checkouts per month. So we will probably go back to that at some point, but we will definitely have that information on our website if and when that happens. But again, it's 24/7 access to books, movies, and actually Hoopla has a large collection of music as well. You can actually download and listen to an entire album through Hoopla. So really, it's a great resource and is well worth taking a look at. The next one that we have is another Gale Resources reference source, but it's called General OneFile. And the General OneFile is a full database of magazine and journal articles. So much like the Chicago Tribune database that we were talking about earlier, this is not going to be the full magazine, but it's going to be all the major articles from magazines and journals from around the country and around the world. And you can search for full text, so it will actually give you not just the citation of the journal article or the magazine article, but it will give you the full article. And when you locate what you want in the General OneFile, you can email it to yourself, you can email it to someone else. It also has a wonderful little citation generator within this database. So if you're using it for a project, you're using it for a research paper, you can plug it in. It will give you the exact citation that you need to use for your works cited, which is it saves so much time. So that's a wonderful resource called the General OneFile. And again, these are all available in our databases list, so please do take a look at them. So that's the most of our databases that I'm going to cover for today. I do want to again remind you that if you have questions about any of these resources, that you can go and contact the Warren-Newport Library at any time. We will be happy to give you more information about these resources, discuss them further with you, and provide you with further instructions on using any of them. So again, my name is Rachel Murray. I really appreciate your attention today. And if you have any questions, reach out to us at askus@wnpl.info, or you can reach out to me personally at rmurray@wnpl.info. Thanks so much for your attention and have a great day.